Welcome back to Intuition Nutrition, the mini-series. I'm so excited to introduce you today to my guest who's come here all the way, well, via Skype, from Queensland, Australia. This is Asja Svilans, and she is a whole food nutritionist. Asja, thank you so much for coming and chatting with me today.
I'm so excited. This will be great.
Yeah, me too.
So far away, but so close.
I know, right? We're talking, it's like a Sunday morning there, and it's getting dark and nighttime here.
Very cool, very cool.
I know, you gotta love the internet for these connections. So, Asja comes to us to talk about whole food nutrition. Now, this is something you've heard me talk about before, but she has a little bit of a take on it that she's very focused on how to get you to eat whole foods in a way that's not dieting. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No dieting, no denial, no restriction here. Not into it.
Love it, love it. So tell us a little bit about what brought you to become a whole food nutritionist.
I've always been interested in nutrition, but my personal journey was probably because it was something that I could control. So I was like the typical 16-year-old that would eat a packet of Corn Thins for the day and train a lot, and then sort of turned into the fitness junkie that would use exercise to deal with stress and eat 6 or 7 times a day. So outside looking in, you can't see what's going, that there's any kind of issue there. And then my mum had cancer. So kind of went, oh my God, I was doing nutrition and dietetics and she got cancer. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do anything to help her right now. Mm-hmm. So I switched degrees without telling anyone to study nutritional medicine. And that started a beautiful journey. We sort of started the juicing journey. Like we had 0 to 100 kind of introduction to whole food nutrition. And it wasn't something that happened with a Thermomix and a Vitamix. We had a $20 juicer and a stick blender, and we just ate good food and did recorded relaxations. Like it was a very rough introduction to nutrition. And then I had a few...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... When you say we, do you mean you shared this with your mother along the way?
Yeah, she moved down to live with me and my partner, so we had like a little cancer hub going on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we were all juicing and exercising and everything together. Mm-hmm. But then that kind of changed quickly, and I had a performance-based nutrition business and went, nah, I need to deal with my stuff too. Mm-hmm. So I went to cooking school over in Perth. So I spent a year becoming a whole food chef. Ooh. And then came back and started running classes for groups of women in person. Got involved in the hospitality side as well and ran a few cafes, taking sort of the whole food organic ideology and trying to make it okay for the everyday. Taking the stigma away from organic and just putting good, delicious food out there. And then, now I'm fresh from Bali. I've been running whole food workshops in person here, and I'm about to launch an online boutique kind of course, not just another nutrition course, which kind of takes all of this beautiful connection thing that you get in workshops in person and taking it online. And that was a big fear of mine, so I'm stoked that I can do it authentically, even though that's such a buzzword. It's the best word to describe how I feel I've been able to come online.
So making the leap from in-person to online, what's the benefit there? Why did you decide to do that?
A lot of it was like with my journey this year, it was stripping everything back to basics. So when I came back from Bali, I wanted to go to the places where I grew up. I grew up in small towns with 3,000 to 5,000 people, small mining towns. And I wanted to take my message back to them. But trying to get the numbers and trying to address issues of accessibility were really hard. So then I had a little look into it, and all they have access to, even in terms of online courses that they know about, are like Thermomix demonstration classes, isogenics-based. They're all direct marketing-based nutrition information. And there isn't that level of, I know what you're going through, I know how I can help you. It's all a 12-week challenge where you just become a name on a forum that's moderated by someone else. That didn't seem right for me. And even though we tried to run the workshops in the small town of Blackwater, the women that I spoke to, I was like, I still want to find a way to be able to get the information to them. And I want to do it well. I don't want it to be cookie cutter. Like, I'm so much about the individual. So to try and, like, to have nailed this format, like, makes me really happy. And I can't wait to see it grow over the next year as well. I think, that connection to a face rather than just being another cog in the wheel.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. I hear you. I've seen a lot of programs out there that seem like it doesn't really matter who you are signing up. It's just kind of everybody, one size fits all, right? So good for you.
Yeah, no, I love it. And that's the same thing for me as well. Like, I want to go online. I want to be able to travel and take my workshops wherever I want to be while I continue learning for myself. So I want to keep meeting people as well. So the benefit of in-person workshops is that you develop a connection. So I want that for my online work as well. I'm not giving up on that. I love people. I love the stories. I don't want it to be something. I'm not a tech head. I don't want to be just get out and get my PayPal account. Like, that's not what I'm about.
No. Oh, that's refreshing to hear. So can you tell me a little bit about maybe a story that someone you've worked with has kind of inspired? You can think if there's anyone that you've worked with that has made a big change because of whole foods eating, or...
I think a lot of them are the relationships that I develop with them, and then a lot of them will kind of start to, like, I'm big on education, demonstration, and integration. And then because I develop these relationships, you see it actually happen. So the big wins for me are getting an email from a lady on a weekend workshop that she's like, oh my God, I took that massage kale salad to a barbecue. You know, the one I said no one would ever want to eat it? And everyone went back for seconds and 3 people asked for me for the recipe.
That's wonderful.
That's the stuff that makes me happy because, once again, big success is awesome, but also I run a 4-week course. So we need to see the forest through the trees here. Those little low-risk wins, then you can build on, and they're the changes that stick around in your life. So those little wins where the information is being paid forward and it's being used in life and being well received in life, that builds a support network for that person. So that's, for me, hearing things like that, that's a habit that's going to stick.
That's wonderful.
So I'm all about the small win. I think that's the stuff that can, you stack those on top of each other and you get real change.
That's right. Absolutely. And you're right. You don't change the world in 4 weeks, but you can start new habits and break old ones.
Yeah. And really, and as you said, like, I've got all these Ds in the course and they're true. Like, we demystify, we declutter, and then we design delicious non-diet lifestyle. Like, that's, all of those words are true. We do it with a whole lot of nourishment, not with, I'll pull myself up there though. The only negative word I use is not. Because it's not just another nutrition course. So it's not denial, restriction, deprivation. So, yeah, I do get negative Nancy with my word not, but I think I use it in the right way. So.
Oh, no. Well, it makes it very clear because there are a lot of nutrition courses out there. So you've separated yourself and people can know what to expect.
I hope so. I hope so.
So I know you're all the way down under from where we are, but if somebody around where I live wanted to participate in your 4-week course or any of the courses, would they be able to? Yeah,
absolutely. At the moment, they are all run as live rounds, obviously, because I want to get to know the people that are on board. There will be a new course in January launching. I'm hoping for the first or second week, which should... which ties in well with the start of the new year and all of that. But people can jump over to www.notjustanothernutritioncourse.com. There's an awesome little, and you can do this at any time. I've got an awesome little 3-day Hour of Power free mini course where I give you the recipes, the ingredients, the equipment list, and the run sheet to be able to make a whole lot of delicious food in 1 hour. So I'm not asking you to commit a week, a month, any money. Most of it's using stuff that's already in your pantry. We can get to food quality later. this is about small change now. So the Hour of Power, such a big fan of it. It is gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, egg-free, only because I like to kind of take the challenge and show what delicious food you can make without it.
Good point.
And those kind of things just increase diet variety. So, yeah, it's a good little course to check out at any point. So you can find that at notjustanothernutritioncourse.com as well.
That's
and then we can talk further from there.
And do you have another website as well, or is that your main?
Where I do my blogging and sort of post a lot of recipes that I love in my cooking life is at accesstheawesome.com.
Ooh, I love that name.
So if any of you are down, if you are down under, I run a lot of in-person workshops still as well, and give shout-outs to all the beautiful people that I am meeting along the way. And there's a lot more of my stories, especially as I've transitioned from bricks and mortar business into being online. And all the little things that come up and how you make it work. So
that sounds lovely. So we can get to know you by reading about what you're going through.
Absolutely. And I hope that you share with me how it is to you as well. We're all going through this same thing together, and it's always relatable. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Asja, it's been so nice to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time.
I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Now, I'd love for everybody watching to please go check out Asja at her website, notjustanothernutritioncourse.com or accesstheawesome.com. Yay! And you can find out more about her and what she offers. Again, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. It's been great. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks.
So far away again. It still blows my mind sometimes.
I know. I know. It's like I could almost reach out and, tap you on the shoulder.
What's there?
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. And please remember to check out all of these mini-series for more food for your mind, body, and soul.